Good morning, boys and girls. Mrs. Kappel here. Good Saturday morning, or in our house, as we like to call it, good Catterday morning, because today I have baby kitty. Baby kitty, say hi. Henry is here as well. You might hear him. When he meows, it sounds like he's saying Mel. My youngest daughter's name is Melody, and when he meows, it sounds like he's calling her name. Let's see if she can get him to do that. So this is baby kitty. There we go. And Melody has Henry right now. Would you like to join us, Melody? She's too shy. She just woke up. But this is baby. We had a hard time trying to figure out a name for baby kitty. We called him Pebbles, we called him Rocky, we called him, what? Crusher, all sorts of names. Because last July, when he was just about 3 or 4 weeks old, my son found him at a quarry where he was working in Catskill. And it was one of those really hot days, and he found him, he could hardly move, and we had to give him baby food before we could get him to the vet. And now look at how big he is. He's a big guy. Okay, he wants to go, so he's hungry. So off baby kitty goes. Okay, so let's see if I can get Henry to come into the picture. Come on, Henry. Hey, baby. So this is Henry. Henry's a lot older. He's about, how old, Mel? Melody is holding up 6 or 7 fingers. Now, when Henry was a baby, he was at a farm and somebody had just dropped off a bunch of kittens and hoped that the farm would take care of them. Unfortunately, that's not the way you're supposed to, if you can't take care of an animal, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take them to the pound, or you find a home for them. But my daughter was taking a walk one day and she came upon these kittens down at the farm by our road and came back with this guy. Actually, we thought it was a girl, and his first name was Harmony. And then we took him to the vet, and the vet said, it's not Harmony, so we'll have to call him Henry. And now this is Henry. Say hi, Henry. You're on TV. So we have Harmony / Henry and baby kitty, and they look almost exactly alike. It's not like we planned that at all. Okay, bye, Henry, go eat. So Catterday for Saturday, isn't that fun? I thought you might like to see. They're hungry, they need to be fed, so I hope you could hear that little cookie noise. And there's Rosie. She's running around. They're all ready for their breakfast. Did you have your breakfast yet? It's a little late for our breakfast, but we're gonna have some coffee. It's Saturday, so we'll relax a little bit. But I didn't want to not say hello to my darlings. How are you? It's a beautiful sunny day today, but did you notice how windy it was last night? Some of my friends were emailing, they were making jokes saying, Dorothy, Dorothy. Dorothy is the name of a character from a very famous book written by Frank Blum. And they made a movie about it called The Wizard of Oz. So if your family allows you to watch that one day soon, you will notice that in that movie or in the book, they have a very strong storm where the wind blows very fiercely. We sometimes talk about good wind and bad wind, and the kind of bad wind in that story was a twister, also known as a tornado. We don't have hardly any of that kind of wind here where we live, but we do have lots of other kinds of wind, good wind. And today's story is called The Wind Blew. And it's written by Pat Hutchins. So let's take a look at that picture and you can see what the wind is doing. open this up so you can see the back cover, because sometimes illustrators continue the picture on the other side. The Wind Blew by Pat Hutchins. So when I read this story, there's going to be a lot of detail in the illustrations. So I'll put the book up nice and close, and I'll take my time so that you can really appreciate the pictures. So this book is dedicated for Mark. The Wind Blew. It took the umbrella from Mr. White and quickly turned it inside out. It snatched the balloon from little Priscilla and swept it up to join the umbrella. See what's happening here? And not content, it took a hat, and still not satisfied with that, it whipped a kite into the air and kept it spinning round up there. It grabbed a shirt left out to dry and tossed it upward to the sky. It picked a hanky from a nose, and up and up and up it rose. Did you notice this character on the other page? There she is there. What do you think a hanky could be? A hanky is a nickname for a handkerchief. A handkerchief is a tissue that you do not throw away. You wash it in the washing machine. It lifted the wig from the judge's head and didn't drop it back. Instead, you see the judge? Are you keeping an eye on the characters that might be coming next? It whirled the postman's letters up as if it hadn't done enough. What do you think a postman is? I don't know if we call them postmen or postwomen, but they're mail carriers. They deliver the mail to homes. See the letters? And there's the judge's wig. Do you remember someone else we learned about who wore a wig? George Washington. It blew so hard it quickly stole the striped flag fluttering on a pole. I know those colors are the same as our flag, but that's not the flag of the United States, is it? I wonder what's coming next. It pulled the new scarves from the twins and tossed them to the other things. There's the twins. It sent the newspapers fluttering round, then tired of the things it found. What do you think is going to happen now if it's tired of the things it's found? It's the wind, after all. When the wind gets tired, what happens? It mixed them up and threw them down. And blew away to the sea. What kind of boat is that needs all that wind? A sailboat, right? And there's the sails. Oh, that reminds me a little bit of another famous American. Well, Columbus from Italy. That's right. Remember his ships that we did? The Wind Blew was a great book. I'm so glad I had this book to read to you today. Now, speaking of reading, I know, because I've been getting lots of emails and messages from your families, that you have been doing lots of really good reading at home. And I was wondering if you are still remembering all your superpowers. So I have something for you super readers. Do you remember our poster? We are super readers. All right, let's see if we can remember all of our powers. And then you can explain them to your family as you are using those superpowers. Let's see. We have pointer power. We have reread power. Oh, we have lots of these at home, don't we? We have partner power. Who are your partners? Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunties or uncles. Even brothers and sisters can be your partner power. Hope you're doing good reading with them. We have picture power. Very important power. We have to look at those pictures. It gives us a clue what the story's about. Oh, you remember this power. We have snap word power. And look at how fast we can read those. Ready? I can read the book. Fast. Oh, this is a really good power. Sound power. Remember, we're listening for the sounds we hear at the beginning of the word and the sounds we hear at the end of the word and the most important letters in order to make it a word, the vowels. We have persistence power. That's right. We use all of our powers together and we never give up, especially when we are reading some of those really tricky, challenging books and those tricky, challenging words inside of them. We persist. We never give up. We have book talk power. We talk about the book and we say what's it going to be about, and we enjoy this part of the book because we talk about books before we read, we talk about books as we're reading, we talk about books after we read. So those are our powers, our superpowers. Let's see if I can get us back up to the top. Persistence power, sound power, snap word power, picture power, partner power, rereading power. That helps you figure out tricky words if you go back and reread the story or the line. We have pointer power. We are super readers. And you are, boys and girls. You have been doing amazing reading. And you should feel very proud of yourself. I know your families are. And you know how I feel about you. You know. I love you, boys and girls. Have a great Saturday with your family. Or catter day with your, if you have cats. I guess we could call it dogger day too, if you have just dogs. And if you don't have cats or dogs, you have a stuffy at home, they can be your partner too. Bye-bye for now, friends. Love you.